media handles. Yes, Great Commission TV, GH, and you are watching Time with Counsellor Stella. Yes, my name is Stella. If this is the first time you're passing by or probably tuning on to hear or see what is going on or what we are doing, yes, you are watching Time with Counsellor Stella. We talk about relationship talks and general life matters, not basically about relationship, everything that concerns life. That is what we talk about here. All right, how was your day before I start, before I proceed? Trust your day has been so good despite the weather, despite the season we are in, but still we have no choice than to give all thanks and glory to Almighty God, the creator of the whole universe. Of course, today we're diving into communication breakdown. That is our topic for today. We do bring a whole lot of kinds of topic, interesting one. In fact, we always do wisdom talk here. But tonight, I want us to dive into that silent killer, that killer that kills and destroys the relationship. And that thing or that killer is called communication breakdown. Yes, in a relationship, when you're in a relationship and there's no effective communication and there's no good communication, automatically that relationship will become paralyzed. You know what I mean? Yes, the silent killer of every lovely relationship is lack of communication. Yes, I want us to understand that without communication, there's no way we can build a solid and beautiful relationship. People go out there and tell you, I love you, I love you. They can tell you, I love you 100 times a day. They can tell you, I love you 1,000,000 times in a week, in a month, and thereafter. But then, if there's no effective communication, or if there is communication breakdown, automatically the relationship is not going to be fantastic, or it's not going to be what you expect. Of course, you know, beautiful relationship is like eyes on the cake. It's so beautiful, so lovely when you love someone and you guys communicate frequently. Even if they're not spending on you, there's no gift, there's no a whole lot, but communication builds a whole and make you feel confidence that you are in a safe hand in that relationship. So today we want to really dive in deeper. I don't know about you in your relationship. Probably you've had this same challenges, or probably you've come encounter with someone you love so much at the beginning of the relationship. Everything was so fantastic, everything was so beautiful, but as time goes on, the relationship begins to break down due to lack of communications. Then we're talking about how to help it heal, how you can heal in the breaking down of communication and build a beautiful relationship. Let me go further. Let me quote this. Healing from communication breakdowns in marriage and relationship requires effective commitment. Yes, and a willingness to grow together. Here as okay, now let me come this way. To grow in a relationship and have a good relationship, to avoid the breakdowns, you have to be commitment. You have to be commitment. Okay, you guys have to come into an agreement, and you know I love you and I want to be with you. Of course, we need communication in everything we do, and you should always know that you have the willingness to grow together. That is why most of the time people go like, make sure you get married to your friend. And that thing is very true. If you don't marry your friend, if you don't date your friend, that's not how you're going to enjoy this relationship. Yes, we have people that like talking. When they release or when they share how they feel or how their day has been with their partner, they are okay. They are fine. Some, for example, might go to work. They'll be like, I want to rush home to tell this to my guy or to my man or to my husband or to whoever. I want to tell this to my woman. I want to share this story with him or her. That is lovely. That is what we were talking about. That is the eyes in the cake when we talk about relationship. Those are the spices that brings more, rekindles more beautiful atmosphere when you talk about relationship. You can't be in a relationship without communicating with your partner a day. Sometimes I go like, how can people go like, I love you so much, but they don't check on you, they don't find out how you're doing. And in the other way around, people will tell you that the communication, it doesn't show that the person loves you. No way. You need to communicate. Effective communication. That means you need to be committed in that relationship. You have to give in your all in that relationship. And that means you should be ready and get ready that you're going to grow together. This is another thing. But when you're dating someone or you're in a relationship or in a marriage and both of you are not agreeing and both of you are not really willing that you will grow all together and have good fun and enjoy life and all of that, that is when you see one find it difficult to communicate with you. And one thing I find about, again, in about relationship breakdown in communication is when your partner or when the other spouse is communicating with another person, it brings relationship down. It breaks it down into pieces. Yes, when another spouse or your partner is having an intimate conversation with people or with someone out there, automatically it's going to affect your relationship with him or her because the mind is divided. Yes. Let me give an instance. I think last week a young woman posted a classmate, a male classmate. Then the fiancé was like, who is that you've posted on your stat? The lady was like, is my former classmate. I think it's wrong. As a lady, you should understand that you are in a relationship and this man said he loves you. You also admitted that you guys are in a serious relationship. I don't see the reason why you should post another man in your stat. People do this, but sometimes I look at it to be childish behavior, immaturity. Because when you're dating, you're in a serious relationship, you're in marriage, you don't have any right to post any other man on your stat. Unless if that relationship, there's no good communication, there's no commitment. You don't have the zeal, you don't have the spirit that both of you are going to end well. That is when you can do so many things. So lack of communication or communication breakdown brings up all those things. Yes. Now, when you found out as the young woman posted her former classmate or his schoolmates and all of that, the man asked, who is that? She explained. Now, communication can resolve this issue and make them have peace amicably without creating chaos. How? The guy will go like, why did you post your classmate and he's a male? If I do that to you, will you be happy? She was like, no. So the guy was like, if you know you wouldn't be happy if I post a female on my stats with a beautiful emoji, you wouldn't like it. So why would you do that? Because you know when I do it to you, you wouldn't like it. So why did you do that? That is effective, good communication. The lady was like, I'm not going to repeat this again. And she deleted it. So this shows in the other way around that most of the time people do things they do not know that it might hurt their partner. That is what I figure out here. I don't know about you. So you think about it. If probably in your relationship, you're facing the challenges, lack of good communications and all of that, please, how would you fix it? That is what I want to find out from you. How would you fix it, my lovely audience? You having a good conversation in the beginning of a relationship. I think people always do this. At the beginning of a relationship, you see there might be good fun, good talk. If the guy can talk to you for like 24 hours without going on break, even when he's in the washroom, he want to talk to you. Even when he's eating, he want to talk to you. And I think toxic people always do that. When they grab your spirit, your soul, they feel that you've loved them back, then they'll quench off they go. I don't want to jump into toxicness right now, but I think most of the people that does this are toxic people. They want to get you into their life and make you fall in love with them. And at long line, they push you aside because they make you fall in love. So they want you to chase them. They are toxic people. But today we were talking about toxic. We were talking about how to rekindle, how to rebuild, breaking down communications, and how do you help to heal when it comes to that aspect. That is what we're talking about today. We're not going to talk about what toxicness is all about and all of that. But I'm trying to let us understand that they work hand in hand. Lack of communication breakdown is due to toxicity in a relationship. The guy could be a toxic person or the lady could be a toxic person. All right. So we're talking about some of the things that causes relationship breakdown. Some of the things that causes relationship breakdown. Let me quote here. Acknowledge the issue, recognize the communication breakdown and its impact on your relationship. Identify the root causes. What are the roots? For example, I'm trying to help us to understand what are the causes of communication breakdown and how would you heal from it. Of course, we've talked about the causes of communication breakdown in relationship. lack of not listening ear, lack of having good communication. Yes, of course, like I said earlier on, and lack of not giving attention or paying attention to your spouse. Like I said earlier on, you see people when they start a fresh relationship, they go gaga, they just want to talk. It's so sweet and fantastic and all of that. When you get to some certain age or some certain stage, they break the whole communication down. And I also quote that some of those men or some of those women or your partner might be communicating with someone else. That one is 99%. When you're dating, at the beginning of the relationship was so fantastic. All of a sudden, you see the communication have quenched down. Most of the toxic people do this. Toxic men, I'm sorry. Toxic people do this. Most men. Toxic women too, because I see no reason. To me, I see it to be immature people. You know you cannot keep that level of communication. Why did you introduce it into that relationship for the first place? You introduce the kind of communication, making the woman to feel that you love her so much, or making the man to feel that I can't do without you, without communicating with you each day. I will be so grateful when we talk. All of a sudden, you quench off the communication. And some will tell you that they are busy now and all of that. No matter how busy you are, you can buy fuel in your car. You can park and fuel your car. You take shower. No matter what, sending hello, checking on that person, I don't think is a big deal. So these are the signs that they are communicating with someone. These are some of the reasons that brings communication breakdown. Or you understand what I'm saying? That causes communication breakdown in relationship or marriage. When your spouse is communicating with someone else. Yes, I've come across where a lady is posting all kinds of men or in her stat while she's dating. That is the evidence that she is communicating with someone else. So by the time if you're communicating with someone else apart from your spouse, that enables you and that moves you to create another relationship outside your home or outside your present relationship. You realize that you're already dating someone else. So that is it. So we have a whole lot of things that move or make people to shift or to break communication when we come to relationship. There's a whole lot. We will come back. Let's quickly go for commercial break. We will come back with an interesting one that says, how do you heal when you're facing a challenges or you are facing communication breakdown in your relationship? How do you cope? How do you handle it? How do you sort it out? And how do you rekindle that relationship for you guys to become one again? So we
for me more about the Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic. And Okrini, Dr. Mensa Herbal Clinic, I answer she be a young who need be to me say the boy dom. Na be a tate or for a brabumo yale hono, yet me a bow. On said the entire betnasi and I can yale asemono. Can it in a nebinomutu a bedin say yale ya? We been so din the Winka. We so there or say about Nasi. On say a din almost told to never the actually. Sa yale ye din ne yale edin to bedin to a mu dro yale anya ya say se yale bowa wasem timi be yesakwala foforo wo ye obema na yale stroke kan gu for mo a etimi ma wasem ye mobile to the level say afi wo yere kwara odo no otimi be ye wotamfo because when you stroke pato tie ni ye pa o yale ho asem ne ye kan say yale be bowa me say Odofo dana wotamfo entim pene ma yale mansa se yale ba wasem be ya were ho wo makora de ma menka sem nchire wo bakora wa wo no kora se stroke kan gu fom sebi wo manimu a se wo yi wase agyanan to aso maako be miensa na enum na wo ho fono no entim ma yale ne me kan gu fom ansa ba okoko the signals bebre ne ma wo ya so ne na wa ntie yale ne a ebeka wagu fom so ho enti mesrew Dr. Mensa yani abre a ye kasa nyina ye se yale ehunuhuna wa anase ebo okokwa enyikom ade bia ehunuhuna wa brabom bia hwe ewiase kola obitimi na da bia wohunuhuna wa susu wasem mo chede obi ono obetimi se nipa no nya saa edede wo saa wontimi mpia bonten obehunuhuna wa wontimi ma wompia bonten enti yale eya se de no empanifo to saa bedin no yale eya Dr. Mensa Heba Clinic na ya heda ya afu yantam kese a enye menken enye bode enye bayere enye bibia se eye haban na madua kane mu anamota hweyen wadum TV ni mmea ahodo bebrebe no na mo hu yen se ye kofa mo ho a ne ye twa Dr. Mensa haban ahodo bebrebe enubina ahodo bebrebe na ye de kai ko wure mu a ye fa haban se de yen yepe ne ye de abesa yale no na ase atu na wade wo ho enti ene ye ntena ho no mo nka se me yale yi de wo yale minua emfa na gudi wo ni yale enti yale bi ebeba wo ho bia no ewaduru a wode ka na ekọ na wonimu saa de na age se wo hwehwe obi a wo nimu de a obetimi aboa wo na nso watimi afa onto mapefra nye saa yale ni bedi wani a ebedi wunya kopmo se wani bete wo ho no na ewie oyo hwe na nsanya na yehunu no ma bi o kane na yen me kora na menye no ma bi ni me a me ya bibiduro no me kora na menye no ma bi ni sese ye wo no ma bi wo ho no mo ahonhum mu kora timi ha nipa da bia wote se ye kasasa ho asem na ye kasasa ho asem na ye kasasa ho asem eye de be yale a na ye de hawa nti da bia Dr. Mensa kasa na wo kasasa ho asem sasa ebedi wachi a ehu pa etimi ema wabrabo no ye stand still da bia wugina fa akon da bia da no na meka owura ba ko se doctor menko a de na mabrabo yi ba bia obi a fa obekoro menko a mekofa wa menko enti de no se sasa bedi wachira wo ma menka no kora nchira wo se de obeye bia anyi onko a wo de obeye bia anyi sika to nse ma na hye wo to aduane aye nto bibia be bia enkoso wo yo ba wo ho ofen so me ma bedi wada na esa wo mfa ankosi hwe wo ye be ma nso da bia mehu a o mbe ya agye usika di saa enkosi hu mesro ye wo ahaban a ye di dwale na ye ho ate afiri enoma bone ho wo de sasa duro ne kan ho se pe tumi bone bia ntimi na wontena bio na wade wo ho aye free afa bibia be bia na ekoso enti wo dwale ye duro ne nso a wade wo ho ena mesa ka enumu nka ho asem se enum kankan yale fon se obi anu mo bon a na dofo nyina yi na ma wo ko nipam kula na wo kata na no enum kankan yale e wo yeyem wunya ye duro a ye friend halitosis ye do no bi na ye de mawa na no anu no wafa ho adi ena mo onyame achem ye fono de amma wo mma ama mo ma na tuagu no bone so o mo onom mu ne ani da so ye wo duro ho no mo a de fredi ana makwala ne di a o ntimi mfa bi nkana no bio waje oba na nkwa no enti enye kom ntena ho no mo nyesa wani da so nyina no ayira ye number na gu screen na se no ebia na wontimi ma ya so ye ho no mo wo de answer obefre Dr. Mensa me nso me hawo ni o ye be delivery service ne ye de aduro ye de abrew ye de brewa ne ya kire okwan abefa so de afra wo de hye no na dua ne ame na dia wontimi mfa du boni bia nka na no bio umpewe na apentokwa minua bibi David kan sembi ni nua no okosra ni nua no okum no mbusa ada no wani yadin sei wo be pede wa ha wo sei ya sembi ntra enya sembi ntra nke bia nke ne kora nke wa ntime nka wo TV so entime sraw what Dr. Mensa ni enye kom freye na de wo sei ye de boa no ye fa moa na so fa ahodi ya chiri kwae e wo kumase kotwi ye ni Guinness depo no de hwani mu sa na akọ nkna pumpuni mantamu a ye wo ewura kana de Japan aburo sa kese ye wo Medina Zongo Junction o ma na FM aburo sa na se ho ana ye wo a ye di edwuma number no nso de wo frɛ de egu screen so na emoa bi ese fata bia no ye de beboa na so watimi afa onto mapa de fra entimi nua enyekom masem tia no obi abonsam wo pɛ na kunu no ɔno no osisi na so bon e wo Dr. Mensa ansem ho ti watimi nkan bomodna so obefrɛ me na emoa e wo se de boa no ye nso bitimi de aboard number edidi dwuma e wo Dr. Mensa Heba Clinic de edi kan e 0244 921269 0244 921269 anase 027 11 73 551 027 11 73 551 yada masi da se na ebesan ehia bio
Oh yes! A brasso say obeba o diet so person yen zentreni no abem. A kwina bie. Ejina mede the Ayam Media and Professional Institute echrewe. The Ayam Media and Professional Institute eye bia ye titin zentrefo emo mo be yen zentrefo mapa. Ye de wom kra ne say practical ne 80% and a theory eye 20%. So we wanted to hear what the Ayam Media and Professional Institute. Yebemo akoye internship our Great Commission Television and so Radio SM Online and now radio and that TV station here agidi wo my Ghana and titiena yedema ono ebine graphic design, motion graphics, video and audio editing, camera handling, TV and radio presenting, communication skills, media law and ethics, media production, news writing, editing and reporting. It is a JHS no wie and now SHS and now pusuapon say university akwenya ne da oma and your men say adajo for the Ayam Media and Professional Institute CA I was 0544 713 929 and now says 0500 200 033 and now we call one office what Great Commission Television Nungwa Cantamanto Omobe St. Michael Primary School, the Ayam Media and Professional Training Institute, where professionals are trained. Shannon Sose Singapore accredited by the National Schools Inspectorate Authority Nichomutia from Nasia.
Mema ahwefo nyina akwaba ba Amuzu Beverages Enterprise. Me di Dr. Amuzu. Edin a Ghana for frame nyina ye the global penis doctor, I said the penis doctor. Na be di say bia ba efe no Amuzu Bitters. Amuzu Bitters. Na say ye the manpower no brain plus Amuzu Co Bitters helps yi en ya ka bom en ya dey Amuzu Bitters. Amuzu Bitters. Na insan we eye dro nsan. Eye edro insan, enye insan dro, eye edro insan. Na obi a nisisiye ne ya, onye twa Amuzu Bitters a eko. Koko how. Etuya oto. Ukoko no sebi moko jana monya na eba. Ukoko ni ye type na akafra ema umrimu ya omri ya ehene. Na ununu wasum ya ehene. The only Amuzu Bitters. Wey manpower helps na head ya friend. Bema so jeje mun tentem. Krama kwati fra 20 fra. Demamra fra. Ena mu se ne menti. Se fro se bra 1-2 pan na 5,000. Enti Amuzu Bitters aka atupan 5,000 bitters. Amuzu Bitters tot baako atupan bebre. Amuzu Bitters tot baako monye suma me ofie atupan bebre ninsani nie. Weni insan ka fra onye twa 2 tota. Won pan ko 5,000 unyaye. Ebiom obaby so a all team no fiti kwanye. Wo menstrual pains. Ubu nsa wo bre pants aba wo be hia Amuzu Bitters. When nsa wo no mo ati wanum mo to kabidi Amuzu Bitters utwa bididi a yem de ne kama ma ade achi kodua so a omre ena mo say Amuzu Bitters eyensan papa nti your number one taxing officer be bosso na de omunya maka nyina a kire mo se ne nsan litie ene egon kama de nuane ekokwo hwenua no eni adi into the shine eni betum kama se netie eni eyeko edisa we yamfa kalamfra edu brankasa kalani tu ehwam ni hwam na flavor eye pepper hwintie na de atwe flavor no ehwam yiye pa enam se ensan papa nti you are number one taxing officer bosso na makemu asem a kire mo. Inza papa ni inza na ehwam onumu so anyi wanum onumu so enteso obrem wanum onumu wi a na o take one so dry na dry se sanum biom kakra kasa mi hwa ase no nse kama eyensa enam senu brand doors nti na aqua content 35% nti oba of front me nom won mo di infie 18 years e konkuan na obetimi nom insa weni bo anya dene ehun su nya dene ukọ VC10 ukọ pap ukọ sport ukọ ebia ton se tun se bia so pa amuzu bi so benye bi upedodo atu a ye was Kumasi Santasi Apampetia Amuzu Junction onye duru ho a na se wo gira na wa friend number eye 0203 591010 Amuzu Bites tuaso
Helios Care Center adwumayɛfoɔ na sabre wate yɛn kan na o hwɛ yɛn na wonim sɛ yɛn so de yɛbɛse ya na yɛbɛboa wo yɛbɛma wo solutions ɛna yɛba bɛhwɛ ɛyɛ kotodwom haw knee problem anaasɛ bia knee injury na before so yɛbɛkɔ ɛno no so yɛn numbers no egu screen na se ɛyɛ afrɛ na etu anamo na ɛbra ofrɛ sisi a adɔtafoɔ nkae no hɔ a wɔbɛtumi no akasa yɛn number no ɛna etwempo no yɛwɔ sankofo bar stop ɛwɔ Michelle Camp Kwantimpɔn so abusia ɛnɛ yɛba bɛhwɛ kotodwom haw a ama ɛnɛ obi hɔ no mu a ontumi nante wo hɔ a ade bɛkyi ɔsɛme kotodwo no aho obi hɔ no mu a ɛhyɛ ase a obi hu sɛ ne kotodwo no emu taa ɛyɛ ne ya obi hɔ no mu a na nkakane no otumi tu Amerika ɛnso nɛ ɔnante kakra ya no yɛsi yɛnkɔ jogging ɔnante kakra ɔsi menya mozipu ananse bi a me kotodwo no kura no alɔke Because when we are in Centrania, say, Uko to get chance, say, Baba, ya, we shall say, Uhu, Obi one boa, a didi mama, and nay, unduminante, into one more, Okurapuma, Obi Ekura, aye clutches, and son with to me, anante. Said, would do some pempen swana, a moon. Then you say, Ubi two and more, now we near Helios Care Center. Yebeshe, now Kotujumo Howno, a bequa emmabium, Obi one more, Nakasi, your baby, Obi so one more carne bono. Na affecting the kotodwe moto anase bia onyaka akwanchia ne nyina no ode ba obi so ho a oye footballer one land yi na affecting the kotodwe ne nyina no ode ba Helios Care ye behwe na yeyi afiro so na yenhwe bibi kakra ewo ha eba eye ye kotodwe emu hawo asemu anase emu enkomo ena yeje ya abusia ohwe ha ye wo eye normal ni anase eye kotodwe a Ohaw bia enimu no sei ena sese eye na otwodi amponyankopon abodie mu sei na obo ye kotodwe no se ye sere dompe ene ye nan dompe no ehia ewo ye kotodwe no ho na eho no bibi wo ho no mu a eda ye sere dompe ene ye nan dompe ni ntemo ye friend cartilage na cartilage no ye wo articular cartilage na articular cartilage no sei ena se ohaw bia enimu a sei detie ena finsu ye wo normal joint space enti ekwan ya sese ya da eye cartilage no ene oye wo sere cartilage ene wo nan cartilage ni ntem no sei ene sese eye di ohaw bi eni wo sei ene sese eye ne mo ekoba se bi ase ohaw eba ho a ene so sei ena ebeye enti wo hwa ba hu se ye wo bone space ena ye wo cartilage loss ena fi ye sounds wo joint space in narrowing na ye se ekoba sa narrowing no eye se no hu se ekwan na da ha no ekwan no abeye ketwa ewa ha obo se cartilage no wo sere ene eye wo nan de eye aka bomu ewa ha sei enti ekoba ne sa abusua okotodwe no okuam ananso otene no a obere ote yawo esanse se dompe ahyase ehia na cartilage na alusu no nso obo se cartilage no awawai enti awawai no nso ekoba ne sa dompe be den ebe hya asese ehia enti ehia sa obehya asese ote yawo oti pain enti ebedu baabi no onan no se wo ko se de mekan no nipa bia de esanka onan no aye flexible ukotodwe no enti wobetumi akoa onan na tinimu kama enso do wa ne ya me no kasai ontimi nko ne nan no entinim na kire wo se wo cartilage no awewe ana se bia ebia na ye bibia ye fe no so naiva flute aye flute bia eno so egu aye ye fe ne sen wo cartilage no mu bibi nso timi ma sa fluid no ebesen ko ebia na ka akwanhia se de medical ka kire wo no ebia na wonso wo de na hyase no wan pentem enti de tie ne se kotodwe mu hawa ma ne wontumi mfro ka wontumi nkwadwuma wontumi nyina wona so nyi bibiaro bo modern so betu anamo na wo de aba Helios Care Center ye behwe na yeyi afiro so ama kotodwe mu hawo no ebekwa ensa ema bi mabusia medical ka kire se betu ba bia nhwe yi a nanti ekura ho baye oden eno na ma na obehu obi na okurapoma abrante kama obehu obi ababa wa kama na ono so obetena kam mu agye se mate fo be mienu eso ne mu ansa na otimi afoka obi ono ma otena kam mu kakra ye kokuma ase odu nkokwa a ontumi biom agye se wosi fo da ichi na home kakra ansa na otimi atewa so a abusua masa ha no entena wo so nche fabra na Helios Care Center ye hwene nyimfiri so ye was Sankofo bus stop Michelle Camp bra ye dance se onya bre ehwe ye eti ye nyankopon ya domu a da foforo ye besan ahia.
Thank you so much. Welcome you back and welcome us, all of us back. Not only you, neither only me. Thank you so much, my viewers. Of course, you know what we're talking about. We're talking about communication breakdown in relationship and marriage. How does it go? How does it feel? My guests are right here, even though traffic was trying to mess up, but no way. We made it. So thank you so much, Mr. Sam. I have Mr. Sam, the mechanic in the house, and I have a young woman, my lady Antonia, right? Yes. Sorry about that. So we're talking about communication breakdown. We have no much time to dive into this. We're already digging deep into it. We figured out some of the things that makes it look like your partner is no more interested and trying to detach from the relationship due to lack of or breaking down of communication. We've talked about it, but then I want to ask Mr. Sam, let me start with the lady. Let me start with the lady first. Okay. What do you think the major thing, the signals that shows that the communication or communication between two people are breaking down into pieces?
Okay.
Just one.
I think silence.
All right, thank you so much. I think silence is the terrible killer of a beautiful relationship.
Silence.
Silence. Can you give me one example when you talk about silence? Like?
You don't want to share what you feel is wrong.
That's great.
Probably you don't know how to place it.
That's great.
So that's where a very good communication comes in.
That's one. That's a nice one. Thank you so much. Keeping silent. Do not want to communicate. Do not want to be open. These are most of the silent killer of communication breakdown. And when you don't have good communication in your relationship, automatically the relationship is dead.
Yes.
What is your take? What do you have to say? Is there any other thing you think that brings terrible breakdown in your relationship?
Yes.
Or that brings communication breakdown?
A lot of reasons causes communication breakdown.
Okay, just give us one.
One major reason is issue of ego and pride.
That's great.
Yeah, because sometimes pride gets into a partner and maybe the other partner to have the same pride. Okay, if he doesn't talk to me, I'm fine too. So that is an issue of pride and ego.
And that's very wrong.
Yeah, sometimes through assumption and mind reading, sometimes people can assume, and then from your assumption, you begin to have problem with your partner. You are just reading the person's mind like...
Can you give us an example of assumption? Sorry.
Example of assumption is assuming that your husband or wife is not talking to you or hasn't spoken to you that morning because of something that is not actually right. So that is an example of assumption.
Probably he's seeing someone else.
Yeah, we're not diving into issue of unfaithfulness or cheating right now. We're talking about communication. So communicating in any way could be assuming like the wife can make food and you're back as a husband, you didn't eat the food, or maybe you didn't eat well last night. And the wife look at the food, what made this man not to eat my food like the normal way? It's an assumption. You begin to assume, like, is it that he ate outside? Is it that? So you are, instead of asking directly, that is the communication, you are assuming and reading mind.
Yeah.
So it's a case of assumption.
Yeah.
That is one. Then also, communication breakdown can happen because of emotional baggage. Yeah, people might have experience that are bothering them. So sometimes they might find it difficult to communicate with their partner because maybe communication was the reason why the previous relationship didn't work out. So they might just decide to be silent, like you said. They might decide to be silent, but okay, maybe silence is the best, because I was communicating too much. That is why my last relationship did not work. So this time, let me be silent. Yeah, let me be observing.
Observing,
yeah.
which is dangerous.
Yeah.
I want to talk about observing. No, I want to talk about the first topic you brought in.
Yeah.
Assumption.
Yeah.
I think assumption have a lot. It works hand in hand with distrust. When you talk about assumption,
Yes.
you assuming what
Yes.
you are not sure of.
Yes.
Probably you might be sure of it, but since you've put it in your mind, you don't want to speak it out. It is within you.
Yes.
For example, you give an example where a woman or a wife might serve his husband or his partner a dinner. So maybe the man might not eat that food. I'm taking you from what you said.
Yes.
Maybe the man might not eat this food due to one or two things. It could be the challenges he faces in the office. It could
Exactly.
be one. Most of the time, men always have a lot upstairs,
Yeah.
worried and all of that. So maybe the wife will go like, why didn't he eat his food? And begin to assuming maybe what is going on. So then a whole lot of things can come into her mind that might bring destruction or that might destroy the relationship.
Yes.
Some might go like, oh, is this eating outside? Even though we are not talking about trust and all of that, but assumption goes hand in hand with so many things that destroys home. And I think that's another major thing that breaks or silent killer when you talk about communication breakdown. When you assume of something you're not sure of,
Exactly.
you keep thinking, you keep wondering what is going on. Why is he not eating my food? Does he see another woman? Is he eating somewhere else? Doesn't he want me again? He doesn't like me anymore. Doesn't he like my food? And all of that. So I think that's a very dangerous one. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And my lady made a mention of not being open in communication. I think we should have an open communication, right?
Yes, definitely.
Is there any other thing you think that kill relationship that can lead to communication breakdown?
You see, when I think schedule business.
All right, thank you so much.
Schedule.
Yes.
Exactly what she said now.
Yes.
Schedule, talking
Your
about
time.
time and being
Exactly.
intentional with whatever you're doing. You know,
Definitely.
sometimes the issue of communication,
Yeah.
it has to do with intention. It has to do with being intentional, so to say,
Alright.
because you know, communicating, just like we're discussing it right now, it will become an awareness or a consciousness to somebody that is watching.
That's great.
And definitely you might say that, okay, maybe with what I heard on Great Commission TV, I think I need to have some time for my wife or for my husband, because from what I heard, what these people said on TV, issue of assumption, I think I've been the one assuming. Issue of pride, maybe I've been the one overreacting. Issue of time, maybe I'm not the one I've not been giving time. So issue of unspoken words, unspoken feelings.
Yeah.
Causes
And emotional baggage.
Yes.
And all of
But
that.
I also think a partner will really have to prioritize one another.
That's great, exactly.
Because if you don't prioritize it, you have to know
Yes.
your schedules, you have to know your work
Exactly.
ethics. You have to prioritize that this is my family and this is my family time. Sometimes we don't have time. We don't have family time. We don't
That's
have
intentional
communication.
one.
And I think one other key that is also something we're missing is social media.
Okay.
Why I say social media is, your husband is back. How is they went or is going, you don't know. You're just
care.
on the phone.
You're just on the phone. The only thing that piques your attention is, okay, maybe the kids wants to eat. And you see the husband will feel left out of the family. It will be like he's on his own. Then you realize, you'll be wondering, why is this man pulling out? But it's from you, because every time you're on your phone, by the time he's talking to you, you're still on your phone. And okay, babe, I'm coming, let me just do this and do that. And you're still on the phone.
That's fine. That's great.
Talking
That's a
about
great
phone,
point.
talking about social media, I
really
just
have to
reminded me.
definitely.
Yes,
You have to
remind me.
prioritize it. You understand?
Yeah, I'm coming.
You really have to prioritize it. You have to be you have to be intentional. Like, okay, my husband is back.
Yes.
Let everything pause. How was your day? How did it go? Then I'm tired. I have a rough day. Okay,
Seriously.
you do this and you do that. But most of the times you find that we're always. I'm coming. I'm busy. I'm
Seriously,
doing,
women
so
are
we
not
have
doing
to-
well when you come to
Oh,
that
no,
aspect.
no, we
Women
really
of
have to
these
do-
days do not respect their
Definitely.
husband.
Definitely.
That is a problem. The originator of marriage, the creator of marriage, have given you a manual to follow. Men are the head.
Yes.
But today, so unfortunately, that men, when they see those women that will honor them and treat them like a little girl they are, those men don't value those
Oh,
women.
definitely.
That's a problem. That's a problem. Most of the time, men bring that problem to themselves. Because women need to be honored. Men are the little God we have.
Of course.
But today, most of the men, they think like babies. Once we are created, and the creator of the universe made us to understand that men are created to eat solid food. But today, men keep eating sucking milk. They just want to suck milk. They don't look for the real deeper thing they need from a woman. Because I see what happens in our society, like what you said. A woman, your husband is back from work, the head of the home. Those days in my mom's house, when my daddy is coming back from work, everybody must get busy and fix the room to be in order. Today it's no more like that. A woman will cross and be pressing her phone.
And the kids
and when that man failed to provide for her, it becomes a chaos. The man will provide for the children, the man will provide, and most men have decided to have a divided home. But most of the time, they are the fault too.
Yes, in a way. And in the, everything in life is two sides.
That's great. So, I'll come back to you.
Okay, no problem.
So with this situation, we've mentioned a whole lot of things that causes chaos, communication breakdown, and all of that. Do you think that we can be healed from all this?
Of course.
Our topic today is communication breakdown.
Of course.
Can we heal from it?
Yeah.
Is it possible?
Of course.
Let's hear from you.
And you know, they say there's a saying that a problem that is shared is half solved.
Okay.
And this is a problem we are sharing already.
Yeah.
And also, knowing the factors or the causes of a problem gives you a 50 to 60% solution to it already. And we just discussed about the causes of communication breakdown. So as long as we already emphasized on the causes, number one being assumption and mind reading, it tells us that the solution to it is to stop assuming and rather go into communication, ask questions, and listen to, if you are the one at the listening end, try to listen and know what actually the situation is and not assuming or reading one's mind. Then talking about pride, you just have to see your partner as your own fellow, your mates.
Your friend.
Your friend.
Your best
right?
friend.
Yeah, so there should be no issue of ego or pride. And if you notice that that is the reason why there's a communication breakdown, you should be able to fix it. Because I, for example, I like to make myself a case study sometimes. I usually have problems with my wife because there's no home without problem.
Yeah.
I have problems with my wife a lot of times, and when there are sometimes I just sit on my own and I will just realize that, oh Charlie, you are the one that is really overreacting. If you think of it the way the whole thing, then I will just know, so okay. And by that time now, the issue of silence is already on my wife's side because she's feeling bad from my attitude already. It takes me to take off my pride, my ego, to say, are you still upset about what happened? Please forget about it. Yes, I'll try to give a lighter mode in the home, and then we'll pack that off. So that's the issue. The issue of emotional baggage, it has to do with listening to, it has to do with having time and intention for all the problems we've just listed. Going about the other way around is the solutions to all of it, because if you have time, you'll be able to talk with your partner and then say, okay, what is really as your problem? Why is it that, okay, it's because my parents used to be quarreling because of my mother used to talk in the house, so at the end of the day, they have issues. That's why I just decided that I want peace in my home, I don't want to be talking. And then as a man, you can say, okay, this is not your parents' home. This is my home, and in my home, I want us to be communicating.
Exactly.
This is not, you should not transfer your trauma from your parents' home to my home that you don't want to be talking. Then lastly, before I round up, because I know you are already So one thing I want us to also look into, which we have not talked about since, is the issue of communication breakdown. You mentioned marriage and relationship, and I want us to also digress that relationship necessarily not only the man and wife.
You're making a good point.
But also sometimes the mother and children, father and children, there should be communication. And when she talked about social media, I was about to tell you of a video of a mother that is pressing her phone.
Let's quick go into the fact here. Let's deep down. Let's go to real life right now. What is the solution to this? That is what I mean. Can it be healed?
Yes.
You made a mention of emotional baggages.
Yes.
It's a truth. Some people, due to their past relationship, they still come into new relationships.
You have to let it go.
You have to let it go. But it's difficult to let it go.
That is where communication comes in. Yeah.
Probably you want to let it go and you realize that your present partner it's having similar attitude.
Okay.
It's difficult. That is why I keep saying that most men keep sucking breast. They don't want to believe that men eat solid food. They should be matured in mind. That is what I say is an illustration.
Yeah.
So they keep want to behave like babies that they don't know what they want. All they care is, I want to suck breast, I want flashy woman, I want light-skinned woman.
Exactly.
When you are looking for all this as a man, you've lost the wisdom and understanding.
Yeah.
And that is what you're asking for, that's what you get in your home. A woman that when you come back from home, she's busy with social media and the children are learning. Of course, your home is scattered. You don't blame the woman, you blame yourself because you were not matured enough to know what is the best for you. So we're trying to find out the solution so that we can wrap up for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the solution? Just give me one.
I think is to actually want to solve it. You have to
solve it.
You have to be intentional.
You are
about it.
Not just intentional. You have to want it. There are some people that don't want it. Like that's an escape route.
Thank you so much.
To go out.
All right.
But once you want to make it work,
how do we make it work? Let's nail it.
Yes, you have to still communicate.
Yeah.
Communicate. So what do you do? What do you do? You need to, I think...
You need to have time for your partner.
Yeah.
That is it. Having time for your partner.
I think I have to drop our telephone line once we talk about this. Because this keep my mind crowded.
You really have to communicate. You have to call the person to order and just let the person know where it hurts.
This is our telephone number. Quick one. Sorry, out there. Oh, we lost it. All right. So you're saying something. Keep on.
Yeah, we really have to know if we really want it.
All right,
so when you want it,
you call us on this number, our viewers. Sorry, wherever you're watching, due to timing, we got no time right now. So sorry about that. Forgive us for today. Next week is going to be boom. We didn't come early today due to traffic and all of that. Call us on the 055-773-0028. 055-773-0028. Call us and let's hear your tech. Just quick one. I'll be so grateful. Thank you so much. All right, can you give us quick one, the solution? Like
that's why I said you really have to intentionally communicate back, because the person you're talking to or you're having issues with your partner, the person is not a soothsayer, the person is not a seer.
You can be trying to communicate with this person, the person is not reciprocating. What do you do? I think you need to invite some of the elders in the church, some of the elders in the family. What do you think?
Sometimes before you get third party involved, you have to try your best to want to communicate.
That's what I'm saying. When you try communicating and this person is not reciprocating, what do you do? You look for solution elsewhere.
Yes, you have to get someone to come in.
So when you say you have to be intentional about it, what do you mean? Help us out here.
Yeah, being intentional about it is knowing what can work out for you, because you see, there is always a sweet time for a relationship and bad times of relationship.
Exactly.
Before any relationship goes sour, there are sweet times.
Sweet time.
So you have to go back in time.
If you
it's a sweet time, you know, when the court comes,
so
you have to remind.
you have to remind the person of those sweet times, because you see, one of the ways of healing communication breakdown is trying to get your partner to come back to the sweet times, because when there's communication breakdown, there's already a distance. There's always a gap between the two of you. So sometimes every relationship supposed to have or ought to have some good times.
Thank you so much.
If it means you you're having issues with your partner, and then all of a sudden you are with your marriage photo album, you are watching your photo album and smiling. I think if your partner sees you,
we have a
it will drive.
Coming.
Yeah.
Hello, caller. Good evening, please. Good evening, caller.
I need to say, good
evening.
Yeah, you're saying Bernard,
all right, Papa Bernard, say what friend. My auntie the Oka.
In fact, program now.
Thank you so much.
Mama in in fact, social media. If you're not in your corner and me, the Bushman should be promoted in your panel. then look at the phone in your soul, yeah, look at the phone in your soul. You can give papa what the Soniano, in 3 minutes, if your man not do somewhere with this one, and you see only a month or so. The social media account will be, and I'm not going to
Michelle, thank you so much, Papa Bernard. Michelle, Wati. Thank you so much. He's helping us to understand that, say, social media is another fundamental issues we have that brings communication breakdown in the family. I think it's true.
Yeah,
you made a mention of it that most of the time when the man is home, the head of the home is home, the wife, oh my goodness, is busy. Anyway, most men are the cost. Let's be realistic, please.
Do you know why I would agree with you in that angle in some time?
I think we have another caller on the line. Sorry.
No
Hello,
problem.
caller. Good evening. Hello, good evening. We lost it. Thank you so much for trying. Kindly try again. Thank you so much.
Okay, quickly.
Make it short. We
Why I
don't
would
have
agree
more
with you is
time.
that sometimes the men tend to go for the flashy girls as wives. And go for the homely ones as girlfriends. So by the time they are
because they lack wisdom,
you just don't bring. You see, a marriage is deep.
Yes,
it's
if
not
you
the
don't
surface.
have wisdom, you would not know how to choose
Do you
a
know,
life
because you have makeups on, right? When you get to your house, you remove everything. You pull everything. The man is saying everything.
They don't care.
So you have to go deep because
they care. That's when communication
so long as they've sucked their breast and that breast has entered their head.
You have to go deep. Sometimes that's why
I'm telling you.
That's why intentional comes. Is this what you want your children to have? Because you're the one working. Your children are they feeding from? They're going to feed from their mother.
We wrap
so
it up.
it's not really easy. But that point you made it's really
when they suck the breast, please, we have to be real. We are not watching it here, and they enter their head. They find it difficult. No, this is a truth. They find it difficult to derive the good from the bad. They feel that is babies.
Are you trying to say
I see that to be babies when you come to men.
Men not really babies.
Are you trying to say the bad ones
actually
dress sweet than the good ones dress?
I have no idea. That's not what we're talking about today.
Because if you are talking about
it's like wrapping a parcel very easy.
Because I still believe that the good girls their breast sweet more than the bad girls.
No, to be frank with you, a good woman, she's sweet and she's good in every aspect.
Good.
When God parcel it for you.
Yeah.
But these are the things people fail to understand. And a good man, he's
she
complete
will come
for you
flashy
in
anyway.
every way.
Lady,
so let's wrap up for today.
Please, you're wrapping up. I want you to try and emphasize on the relationship between the parents and the children.
The time, we got
because
the time.
The mother relationship with the mother is as important as the relationship with the father.
Yes, I know.
We really have
I
to
trust
do
you
that.
for that. So we're wrapping up for today. Thank you so much for standing by your set. Thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel.
I think we need more sponsors for more time, you know.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yes, we need more sponsors. We're having like 2 hours.
It's
Thank
true.
you so much.
Because this is
yes, because we have a lot to deliver, but we got no
Definitely.
time. I'll work on that. We will do that.
Of course.
Thank you so much. Catch you same time next week. My name is Stella. Of course, you know my guests already, intelligent ones in the house. This is what we keep bringing. Of course, you know Sammy the Mechanic. You can subscribe him to his YouTube channel.
Watch out for my next week attire.
Can you please let's go? I want you to introduce.
Yes, I remain your one and only Sammy the Mechanic, your actor, your comedian, your movie producer. I still have a lot of projects on my page, Sammy the Mechanic on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Just search Sammy the Mechanic. There's only one Sammy the Mechanic in the whole wide world.
Thank you, sir. You want to drop something?
Yeah, I just want to say we really have to communicate more in marriage, in business, because I am a business owner. I have a salon. And communication is the key. You have to let everybody know what you want and how you want it and how you want it done. You just don't expect somebody to just up and realize that this is what you want, but you just have to communicate more.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wherever you're viewing us from, we appreciate your love. We appreciate your support. For those of you that are calling, thank you so much. We will be here same time next week, and we're going to give you the best on time. Thank you so much. And do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Time with Counsellor Stella on my YouTube, and the Facebook. Time with Counsellor Stella on my YouTube, Stella's chat room too. You can also chat and call me. Let's have a good talk. You can contact me on the 0554-841127. Of course, we have a lot in stock for you. Let your question come and we will sort this together. We can do it alone. Catch you same time. Thank you so much, whoever, those that have backed us to make sure that this production is a success. People like Alberta, thank you so much for being there. Thank you for Kennedy. Thank you so much for our managers. Thank you for the overall boss of the house. Thank you so much. Catch you same time next week. Bye for now.
All right.
Love your partner and good communication.